It's time now for Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Catch up with everything that's going on at Anderson Speedway with Rick Dawson and Gary Mong.
Good evening. Welcome to Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We're at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio.
I think our listeners always know we're going to start laughing before we even start talking because of what Wade says to us.
Wade Stokes running the board, I think, back in the cornfields in Daleville.
We think he's running back here.
We're having a good time. We've had some really great weather for racing. I mean, it's been picture perfect the last couple of weeks, and this weekend
It's supposed to be again. Yes,
looks like more of the same.
Yes,
and we got 2 days of racing.
Absolutely,
this week. Pretty excited about what we've got coming up this weekend. We're mixing it up. We're going from one extreme to the other.
It's a big weekend for the Vors Compact Touring Series, which we'll tell more about that.
We talked with Dan Redmond last week with the Vors folks, and it's their big challenge championship
North
weekend.
versus the South.
And we're racing them both on Saturday and Sunday, coming from all over this state and several others. A lot of them coming down from Michigan.
Yes.
We don't like to announce car counts, but not that sometimes car counts are that important. Some people get bent on car counts. I'm concerned about good racing.
And
we've had it with big car counts. We've had it with smaller car counts. But this weekend, I think we're going to have a lot of front-wheel drives, and I do like to see a lot of them on the track.
Pro compacts.
What did I say?
Front-wheel drives. Pro compacts.
Freudian slip.
Yes.
When you get a bunch of them out there, they race 3 and 4 wide on that racetrack, and it's exciting. And we've had some really good pro compact races the last several weeks.
Markham Welding's division, yes.
They're giving each other respect. They're racing side by side using 2 and 3 grooves, and the racing really hasn't been anything ridiculous happen on the track.
No.
It's just been good, hard racing. So looking forward to a lot of that this weekend, along with the must-see racing wing sprint cars are going to be in town.
50-lap feature.
Fastest cars on the Speedway are going to be there, along with the
Thunder Roadsters.
Thunder Roasters are going to be back. So we got a full night Saturday night. Then on Sunday afternoon, we race at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Regular time on Saturday, 8 o'clock. On Sunday, we will start racing at 6 o'clock. I believe the gates open at 3 or 4.
I think it's 4 o'clock, yes.
4 o'clock. And then we've got more of the Vors Compact Touring Series and the CRA Late Model Sportsman. And being it's a Sunday race, a lot of the Saturday night racers from other tracks will probably visit us on Sunday. So we should have some really good racing.
I think so. Looking forward to it.
The weather looks great, and I'm looking forward to it. Back to Saturday night at Anderson Speedway, we had a really good street stock race. I thought I actually got to watch the whole thing, and it was really good. Mason Keller is CRA Street Stock 75-lap feature, and Mason Keller set fast time, young man, in the 29 car. His dad, Steve Keller, used to race late models and about everything, but Mason's taken over the reins, and he set fast time. But Josh Poore pretty much
it's his home track.
Yeah, he had the field covered. I mean, Josh, just at our racetrack a week ago at Raceway Park, it seemed like he couldn't hit his hind end coming through there. I don't know if there's something wrong with the car or what, but shows up at Anderson, and I mean he dominated the race. He led, I think, from green to checker almost.
He's one of those drivers, Rick, that knows how to use the outside line at Anderson Speedway.
And speaking of that, going back through the field, though, from second on back to like 7th, 8th place, it was a great race. And hats off to Andrew Cook. I mean, early in the race, he was racing on the outside, and he was flying. He was on a rail, and I'm not so sure he didn't have as fast a car as Josh. I didn't look at the lap times, but he was going around him. And he came off of 4, and everybody was showing him respect and giving him room, except for Mason Keller, who was using most of the racetrack, and pinched Andrew up into the wall a little bit, and didn't do any damage a whole lot to the car. But then, unfortunately, later on, Ryan Amonette had tried every which way to get around Jason Atkinson, and Jason
makes that car wide.
Yeah, he does. Too wide. And Jason's a great driver, and he's a champion and all that, but he tried the outside, Ryan tried the inside, and it wasn't a bonsai move into turn 3, but it looked like Ryan, he thought he might have had a little room, and he went into 3, and Jason came down, and he just clipped the driver's left rear quarter panel, which spun Jason, and 2 or 3 other cars, including Andrew Cook, got caught up in that, and it flattened the tire of Andrew. So that pretty much ended his and Jason Atkinson's day. Jason was leading the points until this race, and now I understand that Josh Poor has
taken the lead,
taken the point lead, not only at Anderson but also with the CRA Street.
Good for him.
Good for him. Colby Lane finished a good second place, although he was pressured really hard by Tyler Marsh, and who has really come along in both of his programs here later in the season. The first of the season, it seemed like they had nothing but bad luck, but Tyler was third. Ryan Amonette ended up finishing fourth, even after having to go to the tail after the incident. He came back through the field, and by the way, it was his birthday.
Was it really?
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then Jacob McElfresh, who is really coming on in CRA Street Stocks, finished a pretty strong 5th place, and he is closing in on the lead for the CRA Street Stock points.
Is he really?
Which is
good for him.
A veteran of Anderson Speedway.
He is.
Then we had a lot of Markham Welding Pro Compacts.
We did.
But not a new winner. Or, did we? Yeah, we did have a new winner.
No, we didn't.
I need to ask myself that question 3 times.
You would ask yourself again?
Adam Lee set fast time in the 123. In the first heat, points leader Matt Tharp won it over Ryan Claiborne. And in heat 2, Terry Neal from Newcastle finished just ahead of Trent Gosser. And then in the feature, and I'm trying to think, I didn't get to see a whole lot of this race, but why didn't you get to see it? Oh, because you weren't flagging this weekend.
No, I didn't this weekend, so I didn't get to see it.
Were you in the penalty box?
No. Let's not go there.
Oh, we may have to elaborate on that.
No, we're not.
Adam Lee won the feature. Chris Jennings come up from Richmond, finished second. Matt Tharp, our points leader, finished third. Ryan Claiborne, who I believe is now second in points, finished fourth, and Andy Jennings from Richmond finished fifth. So, and it was a good race. You know, I talked to Kenny afterwards, and he flagged it, and it was great.
And those guys are getting prepared for this weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of them are.
There are regular, yes, but I'm just saying that kind of gives them the prelude for this weekend.
Because they know the best of the best is coming.
Absolutely.
On this weekend. Then in the Hartz Auto figure eights, we had Bruce McFall brought his second car. He finally got a finish.
And they had some trouble just keeping that thing running. Yes.
But he'll have it back. But Jeff Swinford, the points leader, set fast time. He won the heat race over Nick Warner. Little incident there with Nick and Jeff in that heat race. And then in the feature, Nick, I understand, led all but the last 2 laps.
Is it?
And I'm told that Jeff went around him with 2 laps to go, and Jeff Swinford won the feature. Nick Warner, who's a tough figure eight driver, finished second. Bruce McFall was third. Camden Creek had a 4th place finish. It's good to see him, his car. He's had bugs in that thing, it seems like every race. Finished all 25 laps and finished 4th. And Larry Sutherland in the 48 car of Austin Russell finished in 5th place.
Nick's one of those versatile drivers. He can run in about everything. We've seen him in figure eight. We've seen him in front-wheel drive, pro compact, street stock, thunder car. So he's been in a lot of different kinds of cars and knows the track very well.
Him and Josh Poor are 2 in the same when it comes to being versatile.
Absolutely.
Now what do you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. We've talked about Saturday night. We've talked about this weekend a little bit. We'll talk about that more.
Up in Michigan at Auto City Speedway Saturday night, the JEG CRE All-Star Tours were in action. They had 24 cars start the feature, including Cody Coughlin, who's a veteran of the ARCA Series this year. He didn't have a very good night. He finished 16th, but Dalton Armstrong won the feature. I understand Dalton's leading the points in the JEGS All-Star Series.
We call him one of our own.
And good kid, good hard-working kid. And, of course, he's the brother of Dakota Armstrong, who's running in the Xfinity Series this year. So, congratulations to Dalton Armstrong, and hats off to Quentin Bear, young man from Indianapolis, finished in third place up at Auto City Speedway. Tomorrow night, if you want to get your racing midweek fix, one of the big ones is going to happen at Kalamazoo Speedway, the Kalamazoo Clash. Along with the CRA Super Series is going to be in action up at Kalamazoo Speedway in Michigan. That's all tomorrow night.
And it looks like they're going to have beautiful weather for it.
Yes. It's state fair time, too.
It is. Yeah, it's been, started last Friday and runs till the 23rd.
Yeah,
so
I think we're going to go.
Yes.
I want to go tomorrow night, the reunion tour, the Turtles and the Cow Seals and all of them are going to be down there on the
I don't know
stage.
any of those.
I know. I think it'd be pretty cool. Monday night's the Village People. So don't miss that.
Yeah.
But I think there's also an Indianapolis Indians game. We may have to
we have to try that one too.
That's all down to Indianapolis. Go see it. I'm trying to think of a couple other things that we've got going on at the Speedway. We now are selling advance tickets, and we're getting a lot of requests. We even had a call from Chicago the other day for our big Labor Day show on Sunday with
the
our
wrestling?
championship wrestling.
Okay.
Coming up the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. Of course, we race the must-see racing wing sprints on Saturday.
That's in there.
Saturday the 5th with two 25-lap qualifying races and a 50-lap feature. We also have the WOFS Outlaw Figure Eights on Labor Day weekend.
Good.
And then on Sunday, part of our Labor Day extravaganza presented by our good friends at Hoosier Park Racing. We have championship wrestling. It's going to be on the track. We're going to set the ring up there in the grassy area in front of the flag stand. We've got VIP ringside tickets available. We also have just general admission tickets. We got Barbarian, Warlord, Bushwhacker Luke Williams, and Rikishi, along with several other famous wrestlers.
When does that start? What time?
That actually the gates open at 5. The autograph session is at 6, and we will wrestle at 7 o'clock. So that should be a really fun night. Something a little different. We've done a couple wrestling matches, just kind of test balloons. They're behind the pavilion, but we're ready to do it big time. Now the VIP seats are only $20, and general admission tickets are only $10 in advance. So get out to the Speedway and get your tickets now. I'm sure the VIP seats will go quickly.
Did I hear you're going to get in the ring?
You heard wrong.
Oh, well, somebody told me that. Who told me that?
I'd like to recommend getting in the ring and get it out of their system. But
who told me that you were going to?
I think I'm going to see if we can't have a grudge match between Kenny Wright and Phyllis Lane.
My money's on Phyllis.
My money's on Phyllis, too. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a special guest we're going to be talking to. You're listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. We'll be right back.
Heart attack? Stroke? Serious injury? A sudden health crisis can happen to anyone, at any time. So when bad things happen, choose good people. St. Vincent Anderson Regional Hospital has the area's most advanced emergency care, with a state-designated Level 3 trauma center, an internationally accredited chest pain center for heart attack patients, and advanced certification for primary stroke care. We have all the resources to deliver the care you need for any serious or life-threatening emergency. St. Vincent Anderson Regional is the only emergency department in the area with an on-site helicopter. And our $27 million state-of-the-art surgery pavilion opens later this year. Bad things can happen to anyone. Thankfully, good people are ready to help. Choose emergency care from St. Vincent Anderson Regional, the spirit of caring. Visit stvincent.org/Anderson Regional to learn more.
Honey, stop! Oh my gosh, that's Diggity's back there.
You mean the new Diggity's Frozen Treat Factory?
I heard it's unbelievable. Everybody's talking about it. They have everything yummy.
Yeah, I heard they have ice cream, yogurt, custard, sorbet.
And gelato, plus fruit smoothies, and that's just the beginning.
I heard Diggity's has over 250 toppings, not 30 or 40 like those other places, and you can even get the candy to go separately.
We can eat outside on their huge patio by the fire, too.
Okay, let's see. Frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, sorbet, and gelato with 250 toppings? Or a plain old frozen yogurt shop with limited toppings?
Diggity's it is!
Diggity's wants to cater your event. Diggity's can set up at your event inside or out and provide delicious smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, candies, and frozen treats to your guests. Diggity's is perfect for weddings, company picnics, group outings, sporting events, festivals, you name it, just call Diggity's. 765-393-0033 today for more information.
MoFab Incorporated, where imagination is the only limitation. We serve residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal customers as your metals warehouse and fabrication center. We do all types of fabrication using the latest technology with unmatched speed, accuracy, and durability on any substrate. Our ornamental division handles all types of interior and exterior work, including rails, fences, gates, and more. So contact us at mofabbing.com to fabricate your dreams of tomorrow today.
You won't believe these deals? They're too good to be true. You cannot miss this special. We're going to give you so much off, you won't believe it. Actual mileage may vary. Price does not include tax, title, and license. Some assembly required. Batteries not included. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Keep in a cooler place. It is highly unlikely that any sentiments expressed above in any way coincide with those of you.
Wait, what'd they just say? At Auto Farm McCrocklin Ford in Middletown, we're not here to give you fast-talking deals. We take the time to make sure you understand what you're buying to make sure it meets your budget. If you're at Auto Farm McCrocklin Ford in Middletown, you're at the right place.
This program is a presentation by Anderson Speedway. The content contained in this program is that of the host and guests, and not this station.
Who are you?
That would be the Who. We're back.
I'm trying to do it, but I
think
can't.
There's an owl loose here in the studio.
Sick owl.
Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We are at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio. We appreciate you joining us this evening. Want to say hi to Aunt Jenny right now.
Hi, Aunt Jenny. We better say it twice because we forgot last.
You forgot.
I was
thinking.
Oh, she always mentions you too. So we both better say hi to Aunt Jenny. Hello, Aunt Jenny. Hope you're doing well.
Again, we're talking about this weekend. We have the must-see racing wing sprints coming in Saturday night, along with the Vors Compact Touring Series. Are going to be here both Saturday and Sunday with their big challenge finale with the North-South. And we also got Thunder Roasters Saturday night. Gates open at 5. We race at 8. Then on Sunday, we have the CRA Late Model Sportsman, along with the conclusion of the Vors Compact Touring Series with the Pro Compacts. The gates open at 3:30, and the racing all starts at 6 o'clock with heat races. So don't miss this weekend at the Speedway. It's going to be a fun one with great weather and big speed. And on the line with us right now is the president of Must See Racing, none other than Jim Hanks, live from Michigan. How you doing this evening, Jim?
I'm doing great. It's good to be on again with you and Gary.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Tell us a little bit about what the fans can expect this weekend with the Must See Racing Wing Sprints.
Well, we're talking about the world's fastest short track cars, the wing sprints. We've certainly now have a history of high performance and good racing, wheel to wheel, at the Anderson Speedway, and I think they can expect very much of the same. We're looking to have a good car count. We're getting final commitments right now. As you said, it looks like the weather's going to be good. Sounds like an exciting weekend, and our guys can't wait to get there.
Great. Do you have a few of the names that our fans might recognize that have committed to you that they're going to be there Saturday?
Well, sure. Our points leader right now is Jimmy Bulldog McCune out of Toledo. He's coming in. A guy from the Fort Wayne area who always runs strong at your racetrack, Chris Neuenschwander. Local team, Derek Bischock is coming in. Grant Galloway's coming in. And then the Hall of Famer, Jeff Bloom. Looks like Cody Galogli in the 71 car is coming in from Michigan. And I can't guarantee this. I won't have an answer tomorrow morning, but we think Brian Gerster's going to be able to make it. So
great. Great. Brian's a great competitor, and he is always super fast in that wing sprint car.
Isn't Grant Calloway one of the former Kenya Midget drivers?
I believe he is.
I think you're right. He's going to be out of a car owned by Jerry Powell from the Indianapolis area, and this is the first time I think Grant's going to be driving for him. So I can't tell you a lot about the team, but I know he's been around a long time.
Fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about how the season's going and how it's a little different from next year. And I know we've talked a little bit, and not get into a whole lot of detail, what the future holds for must-see racing.
Well, this year's been a challenge, to be honest with you. Car count has been difficult. I think there's a lot of factors that enter into that. But we're getting through the season in spite of getting a few rainouts, which, have been bothersome to us. But it's been a good, clean season. Everybody's having a good time. And, looking to the future, I think in 2016 we should come back, or we're planning on it, stronger than ever.
How's the TV schedule going this year? What can the fans look forward to seeing not only now but this winter on TV?
Well, we're on MAV TV, as you know, and we've had, Rick, I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but, quite a few programs that have run so far. And actually I have a phone conference at the end of this week to set up what the rest of our schedule would be. I don't get a big advance notice of when they're going to run our shows, so I can't be specific, but if people watch our website, we'll be able to make those announcements.
Sure.
How many shows do you have after the Anderson show?
How many will we have?
Yeah, how many more shows do you have?
You mean races?
How many more races, yes, after this weekend?
Well, we got 4 more races. I think we're going to have 3 more television shows.
Okay.
Great. So we've got the race this weekend, which is a 50-lap feature, and then in a couple of weeks after that, gosh, it seems like Labor Day is going to be here before we know it. Labor Day weekend, we've got a little different format for the wing sprint cars.
Yeah, we're calling that the Labor Day 100, and we've used that format in the past, and really gives a lot of entertainment for the fans. What we do is we have our very typical and standard qualifying, and then we take the field and we break it down between the odd qualifiers and the even qualifiers, and we have 2 25-lap qualifying races. And as they finish their qualifying race, which are 25 laps, each one of them, there'll be 2 of them, we roll a dice for the feature, and that decides which row, which qualifying race you're starting. In other words, first qualifier, how you finish in that race, you roll the dice and you get the inside row, winner of that race starts on the pole. And from the other qualifier, they would start on the outside row. Makes it pretty exciting, and I can tell you one thing it does, is every time they come out of the pits in a car, they got to be standing on the gas, because the harder they drive and the better they finish, the better they start the feature.
I say this just about every time the wing sprints are at the racetrack. The qualifying sometimes the racing is phenomenally exciting, but the qualifying is just about as exciting too, especially with the temperatures we've been having. We could see a new track record this weekend again.
You know what? I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Rick. We've set a couple this year, and when you got guys like Brian Gerster coming, you got to hold your breath when he's qualifying. That's for sure. That's one fast race car.
Yeah, 10 seconds around Anderson Speedway is way too fast than I can comprehend. Well, Jim,
your guys next year can tell you how fast it is. The flag man, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, Jim, I appreciate you taking the time this evening. We look forward to seeing you and Nancy and the whole group Saturday, and look forward to a great weekend of racing.
Well, appreciate you having us on. As always, we're very excited about coming, and we sure love Anderson Speedway.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, and have a great night.
All right, good night, guys.
Thank you.
Jim Hanks with Must See Racing Wing Sprint Series.
Well, if you want to see speed, that's the cars to watch.
They're going to be fast.
Yes.
Again, to recap this weekend, we've got the Must See Racing Wing Sprint.
Did a 50-lap feature.
We went almost 25 minutes now, and my brain's starting to fade. The Vorse Compact Touring Series is here with their North-South Challenge. It's the final event of the challenge. We're going to have a lot of cars from both the North and the South competing Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
To crown a champion. And we've also got our Thunder Roasters, which have been putting on great races also this Saturday night, racing at 8 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the gates open at 3:30. We race at 6. We've got the CRA Late Model Sportsman coming in, and also the conclusion of the Vors Compact Touring Series Pro Compact cars, and they're going to crown a champion.
I'm proud of you. We've talked about Thunder Roasters. You didn't make one crack on Rodney Oliver.
Well, Rodney's going to be there.
Yes, but you usually
in form.
In what? In form. Okay.
And maybe he can make it 2 weeks in a row.
There you go.
Or 2 events in a row in the heat race.
Absolutely.
Maybe you win a feature. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be great.
Boy, we wouldn't be able to get. We probably have to widen the exit lane to get him through because his head will swell so big.
Now I set you up, didn't I?
Rodney's a great guy.
He is.
Love having him out at the racetrack. Him and Oz both. All them Thunder Roaster guys are just great people.
They're out there just to have fun. Boy, they do it.
You go back after the race. If they've been wrecked, they're not really smiling real long, but they're all smiling, having a good time, helping each other. That's the way racing should be. Looking down the road, week after next, we've got our retro weekend, which has become very popular. We got the vintage race cars that are going to be in town, along with a classic car show out front by the pavilion. And we've got several divisions racing that night. I believe it's the
Grant Fritz,
Greg Dietzen Memorial coming up that weekend with the legend cars. And I believe we've got street stocks again, if I'm not mistaken.
Street stocks, Thunder Roadsters, and there is one other division, but I can't remember. Might be the Hearts Figure 8 cars.
And then the week after that is our Sesquicentennial night at the Speedway for the city of Anderson. We'll have a special admission price and a lot of festivities going on along with the Sesquicentennial. We've got
it's easy for you to say.
The McGonigal engine late models and a couple other divisions that night. The Hearts Auto Figure. Can you tell I don't have the schedule brought up?
There you go.
In front of me. And then the big Labor Day weekend with the must-see wing sprints and the WFS Figure 8s coming back to town on Saturday, and then on Sunday the big wrestling show. And we have a whole lot of things planned.
September and October. And I might just go ahead and announce this. I'm going to open up a can of worms here with a lot of questions, but you got to give me a week or so to get this done and get all the I's dotted and T's crossed and win and what. But all you Thunder Car fans, I've heard you. I've heard the drivers. We are going to have a Thunder Car Enduro at Anderson Speedway this year. Oh, good.
But I've got to I'm working on the date and the logistics and everything to get it into the schedule right. But I've missed them, and we're going to bring them back.
They've always put on some good racing.
For an Enduro, and maybe if I can throw in a feature night before that so the guys can get the cars out of the cobwebs and come out and shake them down before the big Enduro race. Yeah. So we got that coming up.
Well, good for you.
And already working on next year's schedule. It's going to be that's one of the
never
toughest
ending,
things
is it?
That's one of the toughest things I do, but I'd like to get it done early this year instead of late in January, so that we can make ample plans and get the cars here. And we're doing everything we can to make Anderson Speedway better. And I hear the fans and I hear the drivers. Hear a lot of compliments. I mean, I get as many compliments, emails, and text messages as I do.
That's good to hear.
Actually, I get more.
That's good to hear.
And so as long as we're doing that, then we're doing something right.
Yes.
With that, I think we've used up our 30 minutes.
Yes.
So for Gary Mong, I'm Rick Dawson. We hope you enjoyed the show. Appreciate you taking the time. We'll be here same time, same stations, and on the internet next week. And we will see you at the racetrack. Have a good week.